weapons that you use against me. You have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like a nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man.
Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a new real talk because I haven't done a real talk in like forever, so I want to start the new year right and do my real talk once every 2 weeks, so I hope I'm gonna be able to do it. And today I wanted to do kind of a different video because I've been watching a lot of Amazing Phil and Dan Is Not On Fire. I just am obsessed with them. I love them both so much, and I wanted that they do a lot of videos with like random stuff, and they talk about random stuff that happened to them like during the day and stuff like that, and they were like my favorite kinds of video to watch. So something happened to me and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it because I know it would make me feel better, and at the same time it's a real talk, so it works. Like it's kind of a slice of life. Is that only in Dexter it works for it works in, because in French it's tranche de vie, so it translates as a slice of life, so let's say that's what I'm gonna call it. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it and just tell you guys a little story of something happened to me because it made me so mad, and you're gonna see kind of a different side of me today. But I was like, I really want to tell like my people on the internet what happened because it's gonna make me feel better. So I was going to the post office the other day. I was going to get something that I received, something I ordered, one of my Christmas gift. I was late, yeah. It was like in January, it was like last week. So I went there and I was in line, and there was an older man on the counter talking to the girl, and the girl was like, she was telling him that he was missing like information on his address, so he had to call someone to make sure that she had all the information to make sure that what he wanted to send would get there. So he had to call I don't know, it was his friend, let's say, but he was having a really hard time understanding what the girl was telling him. So it took a little while, and there was a guy in front of me in line. I was like the second in line, and when the guy was done, he asked if he could call the person to ask for the info he was missing, and the girl said no. So when he was leaving, and I was like, I'm gonna give him my phone so he can call and he can do all this stuff that day, because outside that day it was awful. It was like ice everywhere. It was really dangerous. He was kind of a little bit older, so I felt really bad. He would have to go home, call, and then come back. So like, just take my phone and you can call if you want. At first he wasn't really understanding what I was telling him, but he was like, oh okay, I'm gonna use your phone. I was about to just give it to him, but I was like, maybe he's not gonna, you know, new phones and stuff like that. I'm just gonna do the number for him. So I really wasn't quick enough, because I made him repeat the number like 3 times because I didn't get the right number, and he had a hard time remembering the number. So the first time I punched it in wasn't the right one, and then the second time and the third time he was just really patient, but I had a hard time understanding him. So at some point the guy that was at the counter with the girl turned around, and he was so rude, and he started swearing at us and swearing at the man, saying like, can you... I didn't understand the first sentence he said, because I was just in shock. I was like, what's happening? Why is this guy like yelling at us right now? He wasn't yelling, but he was like, why was he being so rude to us? I really didn't get it at first, so I was like taking back a little. I was like, what's happening? And he was like, the only thing I remember him saying is, because I can't hear shit of what she's saying. And I'm like, I guess the man that was with me was talking too loud, but he was right next to me, and he really wasn't being that loud, and he was only telling me like a number. He wasn't saying a big old story like really loud. He was just telling me a number, and he was right next to me, and he wasn't being that loud. He's like, apparently the guy, because we were speaking in French and he was speaking in English with the girl, and apparently he didn't understand anything that the girl was telling him because of us, because we were being too loud. But it wasn't like the second or third time he told us. It was just the first time. He really did not realize that he was being loud, because he really wasn't. And I was like, I was really so mad. I was like, what the hell's this deal? Why is he so rude? The old man just basically left. I think he was crying. I felt so bad. It's my fault because I made him repeat the number so many times, but he just was like, he was really like shaken up. He just left and he looked so sad, and he was talking to himself like leaving, but he looked so sad, and I felt so bad, and I was there in line like feeling awful, and I was so pissed. I was shaking, I swear. I'm like, what kind of man would talk like that to an older man like who's having a hard time? I know you're speaking English and he's speaking French, but you can see that he's having a hard time. I mean, it was so unnecessary, and it was like, okay, I cannot let him get away with this. He's not getting away with this that easy. I have to say something, do something. But I was so pissed. I was like super hot. I was like, I was just staring at his back and being so mad. And no one else in the line like thought it was inappropriate or anything. And I was like the only one thinking that. Like, I really did not understand what was his deal. So he went on the side to fill an address on an envelope, or I don't know. And so it was my turn. So I went to pick my thing, and I was like in a good mood. I tried to be nice. I didn't want to be rude to the girl, so I was just nice. And I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna? And should I go and be really mad and yell and make a fool of myself? Because that's what I wanted to do at first. Be like, just yell at him because he was such an ass. I'm like, if I do that, I'm gonna lose like in the situation, because he's just gonna make fun of me and I'm gonna get even more mad. My brother told me that's what guys do and what people do to make you mad. They like laugh and it makes you even more mad. So that really works with me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna like give him the chance to make fun of me. So I'm just gonna go, be really nice, smile, and just explain to him that it was really inappropriate. So I'm like, really boiling inside. I'm so mad. I don't know, it just made me so mad to see him like swear at the poor guy. And I just went up to him and I was like, excuse me, with the smile, and if you know me, you know I'm really annoyed. And I was like, that was really unnecessary. Like, he looked, I was about to start speaking French, I'm like, look. And he looked at me and he was like, what? It wasn't really rude to me, it was just kind of, I was expecting him to be a lot like, to be really rude, so I was kind of happy about that, because I'm really, really bad with confrontation. I always end up like crying. Whether it's with people I know, people I don't know, people I'm never gonna see in my life again, whether it's yelling or just like normal, like correct like tone kind of, I always end up, all I want to do after a confrontation is cry. So I was like, I was so mad, but I didn't want to let it show. And I was like, he looked at me and I was like, the way you talked to the poor man, that was really unnecessary. He was like, what would you want me to do, give him $100? I'm like, in my head I'm like, what kind of person are you to like put money in that situation? No one's talking about money. I'm saying like you should respect other people, be like nice to them, and especially someone who's older who doesn't, like, you clearly see he's having a hard time. Like, to me, you see like what kind of value this person has. Like, to say give him $100, I'm like, okay, no, like, that's absolutely not what I said. All I said is that you could have been nicer, telling him like in a nicer way, not be so rude that he was being loud, because I was right next to him and I didn't even realize that he was being loud. So the only thing I'm saying is it was not necessary to be so rude and start swearing at him. And he's like, okay. He started writing his thing again, and I was like, okay, I could just stay, and this is not going anywhere. Everything I said like came in one ear and out the other, and he didn't give a damn about what I was saying. But I was like, just leaving me like, you're so rude, and I started being mad again, and then I really wanted to cry. But I was like, at least I tried to make a difference. I stood up for like the poor man. I said something. He just didn't just like get away with it that easy. I tried to say something. So maybe if he wants to be that mean with someone, once again, he's gonna think about what I said. There's a good chance that he won't, but I just wanted to try to make a difference and see him realize how much of an ass he was being, because he really was so rude. Oh my god, it really made me so mad. But then I left, and yeah, I cried. I was happy it was raining outside this way. No one would see that I was crying. I wasn't crying so hard, but I was like, I was so bummed. I don't know, I was trying to find the man somewhere, but I couldn't see him anywhere, so I don't know, I felt so bad for him. He just left crying, him too. And I don't know, I know if you like watch my videos and we were like Facebook or YouTube friends or Twitter friends, I'm pretty sure you're not the kind of people who would be so rude to someone. I'm pretty sure. So maybe it's not necessary to say it, but I just wanted to make this video and just to tell you guys, don't be that person. Don't be that rude guy or girl who's like, it could have been, everything would have been okay if you just turned around and said, sorry, you're being really loud. Everything goes better with a smile, like, and don't swear. Like, sorry, you're being really loud. I have a hard time understanding what the girl's saying, and that would have been perfect. We would have even maybe been friends. Never. But you know, it's like, just don't be that mean person. It's like, it's never a good option, I feel like. Never is a big word, I guess. Never say never, but for the most part, it's not the good way like to be. So I just wanted to make this video. I thought it'd be a little different, kind of a slice of life kind of video. So I hope you liked it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.